Hello and welcome to another one of my recordings and showcase of the builds I have been doing the Path of Exile 2's beta launch. And the patch has finally hit us, and it was way less nerfs and things than I expected. And this is again my Pathfinder. So the one I've been trying Monk, and the one I've been trying with Poison Concoction and all of that jazz. And I discussed last time that I was gonna do a crossbow. So this is the crossbow finally. So we have explosive shot as our main skill because of the high damage attack damage value it has. So I was thinking that could be great for a poison, and it's actually not the worst though. We're also using plasma blast as that is good for a single target. It also is pretty fantastically massive AoE, but it's very slow because of the plus 2 seconds of a total attack time, so I'm not sure. But that 3335 attack damage is pretty lovely with poison. We're still using the Plague Fingers. I was actually trying to corrupt these to see if I could get something better. I actually managed to get the second slot on them. And then we have a decent crossbow, nothing super special. Just a resistance gear, kind of whatever we needed. And I also bought a very cheap Warrior Invictus, just because I kind of wanted to give it a go. Having armor, evasion, and energy shield, which is kind of interesting combo. So we get a little bit of evasion, a little bit of armor, and energy shield. I'm not really scaling it well. And gives us global defenses as well, and some elemental resistances, so it's kind of nice. I was thinking also just slapping, now that we can change these, slapping like 20% resistances, so it is 60% all elemental resistances, which kind of takes care of all the resistance almost that we need. Well, not all of it, but a decent chunk, which then would free up the other slots for other things, or so we could, I don't know, do something. And we changed the tree around a little bit. We have the extra points, we have the poison stuff from that, then we have lots of projectile stuff, all the poison things as usual. I took some of this for extra damage against the enemies in full life, so it should pop a big poison when I've hit them first time. Some stats, as stats become a little more annoying in this build, as you need strength, dex, and int. We have area here, some attack speed, and we path over here. We also get some ailment chance here. We are now at I think 99 or 100% poison chance. I think we're at 100, I think so. So we should be poisoning now better as well. And I didn't do much else. Same gems, same everything, pretty much. One thing that could probably improve this is time loss jewels. I'm not sure how much I want to invest on those because they're kind of expensive. Really fantastic, especially when you're playing a Titan and you get extra on those time loss jewels as well. But anyways, let's just jump on the map. I'll show you how this works. I'm running Herald of Ash because the explosive shot is fire damage mostly. Especially the explosion, and well, Herald of Ash is, I mean, it's extra damage over time. And then we have Plague Herald, Plague Bearer, all of that usual things. I think something you could run on this probably is 3 dragons to convert your elemental damage. What afflictions they do, and that way make your cold damage trigger. Not fire, but other things. But I don't know. It might be good. I mean, that's the build, but that a lot of people are playing with explosive shot and then heralds. But yeah, explosive shot's actually quite nice because of the big AoE explosion that we have. And we're also using scatter shot, so 3 shots at the same time, which then of course applies 3 poisons on the enemy immediately. So it's actually pretty decent high damage to apply poisons and also applies them really well. This is not a very, it's only level 78 map because this character is not the best currently. But I mean it cleans and clears. You can see the poison on some of these enemies ticking, doing damage. And it is actually quite decent. The problem is not really the damage, but it's also the the spreading the poison. And the biggest problem that I had in the other builds, why I kind of thought the range would be nice instead of a melee, was the survivability. It is not a really escapable problem on this either. I am moving. I am shooting from range, which does help instead of having to be right in the face of the enemy as with monk skills. Which was my preferred choice for this. But I mean, it is just the fact that you're moving and not having to bonk with your stick is a massive survivability increase. And you could probably fit the energy shield stuff in this. I don't think the change to the armor did much to make this more survivable. I mean, we don't even stack that much armor. It definitely helps. Like the little bit of damage they take from the small hits in combination with the little bit of evasion we have, a little bit 57%. It's pretty low, to be honest. It could be higher, but it's not nothing. It's half the hits that attack us don't hit us, so it is pretty decent actually. And then one hit gets hit by the armor, reduced by the armor, and then we have that tiny bit of energy which charges really badly. So it's not that great, to be honest, on the survival front. But if that could be sorted out, if it gets tuned, I think this skill with poison, it is pretty decent. Although I still think that the poison in Path of Exile 2 and the Ignite as well, I think they're both just fundamentally not well implemented, and they really need a fix. And I would love to use both. I think also Bleed has got the same problem. Because you need all of that extra investment to be able to do the Bleed, do the poison, do the Ignite, any kind of decent. You need magnitude, which you then have to sacrifice either a damage, survivability, or some utility. Like there is a quite big cost of making those any of those decent, and that cost is a little too high, I think, currently, because you just have to scale damage as high as possible, because the magnitude of the hit is scaled by the magnitude of the damage of the hit, and then modified by your magnitude, which you can't get that much. I mean, you can get a decent hit, but I think in all three cases you have to do some extreme wonkiness to get it done, which in most cases, like Ignite, is Hammer of the Gods, probably same for Poison, Hammer of the Gods, or Plasma Blast, and I think the existence of those skills is skewing the whole ailment, damaging ailments to a very, very bad place. And I think all of those extremely heavy-hitting skills of Hammer of the Gods and the Pulse, Snipes, all of these things, maybe Snipe is a little better, it doesn't have that massive, it's mostly with guarantees and all that, but also that one. They just shape the game into a spot where ailments cannot be good unless you do some weirdness with them, which includes the gas arrows. Actually, every current way of applying poison by the actual poison skills, they have to count as a hit but not be a hit, and then have a huge damage modifier to be able to apply a decent poison, which then makes all of the actual application with poison chance basically just not function in a proper way. I'm sure you can get with ridiculous gear and some ridiculous build setup that to happen, but at the same cost, why would you have damage of your main skill be hindered quite significantly by adding a damage over time, when you can do all of that damage now and not in over several seconds and do it way better that way, or get more defenses, or get more utility, get all kinds of things. You are just currently leaving a lot of really good stuff on the table, trying to scale any of these damaging ailments, and I think the whole system needs a bigger rethink. But I mean, it works. This works. I don't know how much of the poison is actually the part that does any... I mean, it does decent damage, to be honest. The poison is actually kind of nice. If I just could apply it without having to sacrifice everything to do it, that would be great. If I could actually get survivability with this build and some more damage, I think this would be actually just fantastically fun build to play. But it just seems poison and bleed, which I also really wanted to do, but I abandoned that hope before I even tried it, to be honest. Should probably actually identify that. Bow there. Grab that. Could be decent. Who knows? Maybe next build is the bow build. But yeah, I think I'll park this character. I'll probably sell off everything I've invested into it, or save it for a different builder. But this Pathfinder is not it. I think I might want to... Because I really would like to do a damage over time build. I've been... I don't know for why is that, because when I'm playing in PoE 1, I'm actually not a huge fan of the poisons and whatnot, so please... I don't really play them in PoE 1. Maybe that is why I'm actually interested in this one. But for some reason PoE 2 has been... I don't know, they just call for me. Do this thing. Maybe it is because I don't do them in the PoE 1 that I want to do them in this one, and I'm actually kind of having fun just experimenting with builds currently. Some gloves. These are the new gloves. There was actually some, yeah, like I said, I like investing and trying different types of builds currently.
That would only slow me down.
So there was some uniques that got changed. These are actually the Deuterus Tenor. I use these actually on my Titan, which is actually kind of nice way to use them. Is this the bow of our dreams? I mean, no, not really. It's not too bad, but there are some other ones like actually the new Blake finger gloves, which I should probably buy. With the instead of 10%, there's 30% poison chance on those. Maybe I should actually buy those. They could be pretty decent for this poison build, but I don't think poison builds are unless they are like gas arrows or any of the actual poison skills that are currently in the game. I don't think poison is really going anywhere, and it needs some care and love before it actually can be done. It is going to be interesting to see what they're gonna do with the poison stuff, because if they don't change the poison how it currently works, to more something like PoE 1 has, where you do fast attacks and apply poison with that, because you have different poison magnitude scaling things, and not just the initial hit is that important. I don't know how they're gonna do archetypes like kind of roguish dagger skills, which seem to be that part of the tree, because they are never gonna apply a big hit, or because they'll have the skills tied same as like crossbow skills and bow skills and mace skills. They'll have dagger skills. Are they gonna have to have the same weirdness that the gas arrow has, where oh, this applies a poison and it has a high damage, but this hit is actually not hit, it's a kinda hit, but it applies a poison? Because that just seems such a weird way of doing it. When you had a much better interesting system, in my opinion, in PoE 1, and I think somewhere in the middle is probably where we should be. But I don't know, this is definitely not where we should be. But I mean, it is an early access. It is not one of the main things of any of the classes currently, really. I also think fire as a damage type is definitely the weakest currently. Basically, because their ailment is so worthless. Like lightning ailment, shock is such a good thing, especially double shocks from Stormweaver and all of that is fantastic. And also cold damage having double element, both freeze and chill. So you slow down enemies and then you freeze them. And then of course heralds and all of that nonsense is such a powerful tool. And also everything else going around that. So we definitely need some more to make these builds working. But anyways, that's my Pathfinder, poison, crossbows, explosive arrow, and all of that. It clears maps, but it is not the fastest, best, very low survivability. Better than the monk though, but it's not there. And I don't think it will be because of the massive investment cost that you have currently to get first to get poison. The poison is so expensive, like stats wise. You have to invest so much just to get these in here, and also the pathing it causes, and then trying to also at the same time get some damage, AoE, attack speed, survivability, and all of this just gets very, very hard, like very, very, very difficult. There is probably some kind of breakpoint where if you have really, really good gear and some really, really good stuff, it can happen, but not with this Pathfinder. So don't recommend this for sure. We'll see where we go from this. I might actually try. I have fun enough. I want to do the gas arrow. Not the gas. I want to do the poison stuff, but I have actually not tried poison bursts and try the gas arrow. Maybe turning this into a gas arrow build instead might be the way to go, and see how if that works. Because funnily enough, all of this poison chance and poison magnitude and all of that, I don't know how much I need that with this, to be honest. I mean, I probably want to. But, like, poison chance, we can drop that fully. All of the poison chance. We'll still keep some of this magnitude of poisons, for sure. But, like, all my gems don't need the poison on hit chance. I don't need the plague fingers anymore with that. And also, we'll have to change from crossbows to bows, so we can say goodbye to this side, focus more on this thing. And that will probably be a way better working character than this one. But it's just weird how you just have to do the gas for the poison, and none of this chance to poison on hit, damage from all hits contribute to poison magnitude. All of this is basically useless in comparison, and it's just a build avenue that is there, but it's in a big serious need of help in some way. I don't know how. some kind of untying the poison damage to the magnitude of the physical and chaos damage, so that faster hits can apply bigger magnitudes. Maybe cutting the base magnitude of poison is chaos damage per second equal to 20% of the physical and chaos damage dealt by hits. Maybe the real choice is cutting that magnitude from the physical and chaos damage so that big hits do not contribute as much, and then upping the effectiveness of these magnitudes that you get from here, so that the faster, smaller hits can apply more poisons. Because currently you can apply a lot of poisons with the double number of poisons. The duration goes to shit though. I think you can get up to 10 poisons. But to apply 10 poisons, you need a lot of hits very rapidly. Which means very low damage hits. So your poisons, when you get 10 stacks, they don't do any damage. And then you lose all the duration, which means they don't even last that long. So, I don't know. Poisons need help. Please help. GGG. Make poisons better. I want to play a poison. Poison Bleed, Ignite. Any of these, they're all kind of in a terrible state currently. So, please fix. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. We'll do another build next time. I don't know yet what. I'm currently kind of soul searching in the next thing. I am actually kind of improving my Warbringer armor explosion build. So maybe that is the next build I will be showcasing. We'll see. I'm also testing minions. I I am currently not impressed, even after the patch to them. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.